All right. Patriots at Bengals. Pats laying 7.5. Over under at 40.5. The bets on this one. Okay, so far 57% of the bets in the spread coming in on the Bengals, 88% of the bets coming in on the over, and 96% of the bets in the money line coming in on the Bengals. Okay, for this one, okay. It's way too many points for a Bengals team that's a notorious slow starter. It probably isn't going to have Jamar Chase. Um, it doesn't have Joe Mixon anymore in the backfield. They're going with the two-headed monster, Chase Brown and Zach Moss, which, okay, it's, again, representative NFL backfield, but I don't love it. Um, I've always kind of questioned that defense. I don't know. I've never thought they were that great. Um, the biggest, however, the biggest concern here is the Patriots offense. Apparently, Jacoby Brissett is going to start. I believe he's starting on. I believe there's a leg injury. So that doesn't fill me with confidence.
I think he'll be fine.
I guess he will. I mean, how bad does Drake May have to be for a one-legged Jacoby Brissett to be a viable option? I guess we're going to find out. That being said, I just think this is too many points for an opening week game. I'll give you the Pats on the points. I think we're going to get like a ridiculously low scoring game here. It's going to be like a 13-10 final. So I think the Pats can cover. I think that defense is still good enough to keep them in it, and I just don't trust the Bengals, honestly. But either way, I think the Pats lose, but I do think they cover. I think they find a way to keep it close. I think this is an ugly game, and I think they find a way to keep it close. Is my overall handicap on it.
All right.
What say you?
Yeah, this is one of the more difficult games to pick. I'm going with the Bengals minus 7.5. Patriots do have a new head coach in Gerard Mayo. They had some really ugly games last year.
Yes,
And they don't. And part of it is they don't have any talent on that team. I couldn't name a single wide receiver on the Patriots offense.
Jalen Polk.
Oh, there you go.
Demario Douglas.
I don't know who those people are. So,
wow.
Even without Jamar Chase or Jamar Chase on a pitch count, if he does play by some miracle,
I don't think he's playing.
I still think the Bengals are a better team.
I don't disagree, but I just think we're in for another ugly matchup where it's again like a 13-10 final or like a 16-10 final.
Yeah.
So
yeah, don't feel great about it, but that's where I'm going.
All right, fair enough. Okay. Should we move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, Cardinals at Bills. Spread this one, Bills minus 6.5, over under at 48. The bets on this one, 60% of the bets in the spread coming in on the Cardinals, 71% of the bets coming in the over, and 87% of the money line bets coming in on the Bills at minus 300. Got to make sure you lock in that profit. What are you doing here?
I like the Cardinals plus 6.5.
Yep.
I like them to cover. As far as the Bills are concerned, we kind of saw Josh Allen, I wouldn't say fall off last year, but we saw a lot of interceptions from him last year. He did seem to struggle at times with the interceptions. He's now without Stephon Diggs, which made up, a large portion of his passes completed in yards. Should also note the Cards picked up Marvin Harrison Jr. in the draft. I think this will be a much better game than people are expecting. I think I'm kind of expecting a return to form for Kyler Murray. I think this will be a much more competitive game than I think people think it'll be. I don't think the Bills steamroll the Cardinals. I think it'll be a bit more competitive than that. That's why I'm going with the Cardinals.
I like the Cardinals money line.
Wow.
Tell you where my head's at.
Right.
Again, First off, this Cardinals team is coming into this year healthy. I don't know if you remember last year, but they started the season with Kyler was still banged up, and Josh Dobbs, the astronaut,
Yeah.
was at the helm, and they actually, he actually he looked good enough to get traded for by the Vikings. So,
Yeah.
um, I. I actually really like this Cardinals offense. I think that they got weapons all over the field. Um, I like I think they're going to have a bit of a two-headed monster in the backfield with it's James Conner and I think and the rookie Trey Benson. I think that's going to be quality. Um, and when it comes and again, they've added like a legit number one receiver in Marvin Harrison. Oh, excuse me, Mark.
Bless you.
Terribly. I tried to mute myself, but I wasn't fat. The sneeze, it got me. So, and also, I think Trey McBride might be legitimately like the best tight end in the NFL right now. So I really like the weapons they have all over the offense. And my bigger concern is the Bills' defense. They have lost a lot of pieces there over the years. Excuse me.
Bless
So thank you. So they've lost a lot on defense, and I haven't really seen them, go out of their way to like really, kind of try to reload there. So I know it is at home. I love the Cardinals plus the points in Buffalo. I do kind of like this one to be a bit of a shootout. I would definitely lean to the over, despite that's where all the bets are coming in. Um, but when I would give me the Cardinals with a money line sprinkle. I think they're dangerous here.
you. Wow. Yeah, I agree. I'm interested to see what the Cards do. I don't think the Bills are a blowout
No,
on this one.